be able to share your value-added benefits. You know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about value-added benefits? It's okay. Say you do or you don't. Well, you know, the value-added benefits, again, as we have on the screen, it's what is the new focus that we're bringing that brings value to you, the customer, or you, the stakeholder. What are we doing to make your life better with the product or service that we're offering you? And in that first box, we want you to list that. Because the first thing, one of the things a receiver in your presentations or conversation is going to ask you is, so why you? Why you? You've got to be able to know this. And what I have always found, if I write it down, if I read it, if I speak it out loud, I own it. I own it. So take that time and write it. And think about the value-added benefits that you have shared that have gotten you the yes over the years. Okay? Because those are the ones that you want to own, that you want to verbalize, that you want to ingrain. Because those are the ones that worked. This gentleman right here is a master seller. So I know you've got a bunch of them. What are some of the things you say in terms of your value added? Let me throw that out to the group. What are some of the things that you say? Anybody?
Or experience. Give them a list of customers, endorsements, that sort of thing.
Endorsements, customers, experience. Anybody else?
Maybe the benefits of the product or services.
What they do, the impact, the outcomes. Yes.
Actually, first-hand experience about referrals. Referrals work in a big way. Where you could actually lead a person on to the other person who's bought that product.
Absolutely.
It would be a first-hand experience, how they used it.
Absolutely. Endorsements, how they've used it, testimonies. Let me ask you this question. How many of you are on LinkedIn? Okay, just about everybody in the room. How many of you have asked your clients or those who are in LinkedIn, in your LinkedIn connections, to endorse you? Do that. Do that. I did that about a year ago. Need to probably do it again. I've got like 28 endorsements, 28 recommendations on my LinkedIn page.
And how is this soliciting taken as a character?
Well, those who, that's a protocol. That's a
happen
protocol.
on its own, actually.
Yeah, that's what LinkedIn is for. You may go to the people that are in your LinkedIn connection and ask them, would you feel comfortable endorsing me? Will you endorse me? Will you provide me with a recommendation based on your experiences? It's the new virtual letter. You know, you always used to ask for, can you give me a letter of endorsement, a letter of recommendation? Now we go to LinkedIn and ask for a digital recommendation. It makes a difference, folks. It's marketing. It's lean marketing.
Sometimes it reverse it. Somebody wants you to do something, buy a ticket or something. All of a sudden they endorse you.
Well, yeah.
I accept the endorsement. I know what they're after.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But, you know, give and get. So there are others that will come back and say, well, can you endorse me? Well, yeah, sure. You know, if you know them, you know, I've got recommendation requests from people I didn't even know. And I'm like, so make sure that the people that you're asking for the recommendations know you and have experienced you or know of your work. That makes a big difference. But more and more people are going to LinkedIn. Put testimonies on your website. the links to your LinkedIn on your website where people will go.
You know, I was in contract manufacturing,
Mhm.
and I would go to see potential clients and so forth,
Mhm.
and introduce myself. Oh, don't worry, I checked you on LinkedIn already. I got your Bible.
There you go. There you go. If you are in an industry, here's another lean marketing. If you are in an industry that's constantly changing, things are always going on, updates, or you're in a unique industry, do a blog. Do a blog. Post it on your LinkedIn. Post it on your website. People read that. You'd be surprised who reads your blogs. And then they share. I've walked into offices of people who knew me but weren't linked into me, but I was linked into someone that they knew. And they said, I saw that video that you just did on that project, or I saw that article you wrote. I'm not linked in with you, but I really enjoyed it and I passed it on. So you never know. You never know. I was terrified of the internet when it first came out. I mean, it was just changing so fast. And then I sat down with someone who actually knew what they were doing in it. And I overcame my fear with it, and this became a monster. We use this mail blaster. There's so many of them out there, but we use MailChimp. And I can send out, up to 2,000, and it's free. Well, we're approaching 5,000 in our database now, and it costs me like $75 a month. But we might send out 5, 6, 7 email blasts a month to our clients, marketing, educating, and it doesn't cost us but $75,000. Can you imagine how many stamps that would be?
Sure.
But we used to do that by snail mail. Unbelievable. So the value added that you have for yourself and the value added that you have for your clients. A lot of times, educating them before the deal comes is an advantage because you stay in front of them. Out of sight, out of mind, it is real. It is real. When you run into somebody and say, I didn't know you were still in business. You gotta stay in front of them. That is a way to do it. That is the way to do it. Our message is composed of, shouldn't be any more than 2 to 3 sentences, and that's a lie. That's a lie. What's your elevator pitch? What's your 30-second elevator pitch? Anybody? What's your elevator pitch? Well, I'll give you an example of ours. We bring efficiency and effectiveness so that you can be more profitable with happy employees. Did I tell you what I did? If I want to add another sentence, I can say, and we've been doing it since 1990. So that tells you I got a track record. So, keep it short, keep it to the point, keep it flexible where you can tailor it, keeping it short to the audience. To the audience. And then who is it? Who is the audience you're talking to? You can do the same message in 3 different ways. If I'm talking to millennials, I'll put my message in a video. If I'm talking to baby boomers or Gen Xers, I may bullet point it, or I may still put it in a video. So it just depends on the audience. If I got a technical group, it'll be in a different way. So understand your customer and how they like to receive. I've talked to, had a customer we did some Six Sigma for a while back. And the biggest complaint of my candidates was, our managers never read our stuff. They won't look at it. They won't respond to me. It's frustrating because I miss my deadlines because I can't get an answer. And then I ask them, and we take them back to the cast of characters. What character is your manager? Do you know what character is your manager? And they didn't know. So I talked to one of their managers one time, and he said, yeah, it drives me crazy when they send me stuff. He said, they send me these doctoral dissertations, no disrespect, and you know, I don't have time to read all this stuff. If they gave it to me in bullet points, who is that? Oh yeah, oh yeah. If they gave it to me in bullet points, a page and a half, I'd read it, I'd get back to them, boom. Everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. So you have to understand, if you want what you want when you want it, guess what? So does the customer. Okay? This is probably the easiest, hardest thing that you'll ever do. When I first started my company, and I had to develop my message, I never ever in my life had a stutter. When I had to develop this, or the first time somebody asked me what was my message, I developed a stutter. I'm like, well, give me a minute. So take the time before you get there, so that you don't stutter. I mean, one of the things that I love now for people to ask me, well, how many people do you have in your company? And my response now is, well, it depends on the size of the contract you're about to sign me for. My company expands and collapses based on the type of engagement that you sign us up for. So that's called numbers. That's called term. So you learn how to be responsive, professional, put a little bit of witty in it, but the underlying piece of it is that you're dead serious about it. It's like, why do I want a whole lot of people when you're only going to give me a small contract? Give me a big contract. Okay? Comments on this?
It's great.
You like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, I'm a visual, so I like the boxes. I like the things that help me put my thoughts together. Let's see what else we have. Okay, this is a closing statement. LaSalle will know this one because we use this in a presentation, but when you're closing, you need to tell them why. Remember we talked about in the very beginning? Why would you choose me? And if you know this, you will say it with comfort. And let me give you the why you would choose us over someone else. It's because, and you see how we've highlighted? Okay? You're going to focus in on that. You don't care about anything, but you're going to focus on, we've repeatedly been successful in raising our clients' level of maturity. I didn't even have to look at it. I knew, because that's us. Okay? We understand that first we need to listen, and then we do. Okay? We teach you and show you how to fish versus just bringing it.
All right.
We can bring it, but we show you how to fish so that you can do it yourself and you're empowered when we step away. Okay? We provide you with practical best practices in our consulting and our training endeavors that you bring us in. You know what you got when we're gone, right? We've walked in your shoes. We didn't make it up. We did our research and our homework, but we have walked in your shoes. We know. We know. And if we don't have it, we'll go find somebody with the shoes that can fit the size. All right? We are known, as our reputation is, for sustainable results. So we may see you 10 years from now, and you're going to say, yeah, we did what you told us to do, and it's still working. Sustainable results. We bring in senior level practitioners. So you can rest assured, unlike our global competitors, we're not going to learn at your expense. Is that a plus? we're training with you. Because we have an online platform, we are available 24/7, 365. All right? We are always there for you. And that's our closer. We are always there for you. Wow. Are there any aha queries? That's questions.
You mentioned visual, I thought you were bringing on Pokemon Go.
No, I'm
I'm waiting for that.
too many people walking off cliffs and walking in the street. No. Yes.
In mediation, you listed insurance claims. You need a consultant.
Yes. Yes. When those opportunities come about, absolutely. 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 Yes. Yes, sir.
So how do you get the person and or people at the top to recognize that they need to bring you in so that they can get enlightened?
We start at the top.
You start at the top.
We start at the top.
But somebody has to pick up the phone, or there's got to be an introduction, because I've been into too many companies where the people at the top, like you said, have no clue what the people, I mean, it just happens. And
It's called where you choose to network. You have to strategically network. You know, I've learned over the years that if I'm trying to get to the top, I'm not going to network with people at ground zero. And as you can see, I wore my St. John knit today. So I came representing the fact that when I'm marketing, I put on my money suit and I market with the money people and I talk the money language. And the thing about marketing at the top is, one, you got to know where to find them. And if I'm marketing a corporation, the first thing I'm going to do is go to their website. And guess what? Most of the websites have the executive team. Pictures, bios, and oftentimes hyperlinks to their emails. And then I will go to LinkedIn. And I will send a request inviting them to link in with me. And usually they say yes. And when they say yes, game on. Because at that time, at that moment, they have read they will usually read my bio before they say yes. So they know a little bit about me already. And now it's on. And then I'll go into their LinkedIn, and usually if you look to the far right, people that are linked in with them from their companies or like names will show up from their companies. And guess what? It's usually the executive team. And I'll go straight for the HR director. And at that time, he and I or she and I are linked in. And so when I link in with her with an invitation, it's going to show that we have a common connection. Yeah.
I guess my question though is, how do you get those people to recognize they have a problem?
Again, I have to do my homework, because industry information, news releases, press releases are going to tell me what's going on. For me, I may go to the EEO site at the Department of Labor. I may read the Wall Street Journal online, because that will tell me